Hello guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from AppSeed. So in this video I will say a few words about the new version of the app generator that we've deployed on AppSeed.us. This new version, and now this demonstration that will refers the new version of the app generator. It's is built right now for only for Django, but once we have the workflow stable and scalable, we will extend it really fast to other frameworks like Node.js, Laravel, Flask, and other well-known technologies. So what's new? Basically, in this new version that will be deployed separately on appgenerator.dev, which is the new home for AppSeed in the long run. Um, we will collect from the user some basic input like the design he wants, like the database he needs in the product. With can be SQLite or Postgre or MySQL server, and or any engine supported by Django. Also, the user should be can define his own models, and also correlate models in case you have a sales model, for instance, that is linked to the product to a product model. Will this feature will be also supported? The authentication session will provide the basic session-based authentication, which is a super minimal authentication method, but also you can connect GitHub as authenticator or Twitter and all other um, social authenticators supported by Django. Another thing that might be useful is the custom user, is the extended user profile. That allows you to add more information to the basic user class provided by Django, and you can customize the fields, you can customize the type, you can add and remove things. The deployment part covers Docker and also the continuous integration render, but soon we will support your deployment platform like Google Cloud Platform, AWS, Heroku, and other cloud providers that are already in the market and are heavily used in production. On top of this, you can optionally, of course, you can associate an app generator, API generator to any model defined application. And once we collect the user input, of course, using an UI and some inputs that are validated, all the input is collected here in this JSON and is pushed to the tool. Right now, the tool it's working only using the CLI, but once the UI is ready and is deployable, will be, as I said before, will be available here on appgenerator.dev. Let's deploy a product right now and build the product, and once the product is built, can be deployed automatically in on render. And once we have a successful deploy, we will access the UI and play around with the product. Let's take a look at the syntax right now. The runner is the entry point in this CLI, and we can build a product using the Vault dashboard theme, which is a popular BS5 design from Tinsberg, and we can simply build a new product using these capabilities of the collected from the user. Let's build a product. Now the code is generated, all the things are up and running, all the settings are made on for our product, and the code base can be found here on GitHub, of course, for later reference and to be used by the user. And once the sources are uploaded and we have this green flag, the product is also pushed on render for live deployment. So in the entire process, we can check out that is under 1 minute. with all the customization. And in my opinion, I think this is might be super useful for any developer. Okay, let's go to the render. We can see here that uh, the product is basically okay. Let me. Okay, we have this deployment. Let's check out the deployment progress. So we can check out in the logs that the product is successfully deployed, and soon we should be able to access the UI in the browser. Okay. So this is the product. Basically, it's a Django application generated on top of Vault UI. We can check out the sources here, which are published on GitHub. You can see here that this code base was generated 1 minute ago. Let's go to the shell and authenticate as super user. Okay. Oh. Okay, we have the super user created. Let's go here, authenticate. And we're in. Let's navigate to the admin section, and we can see some things here. So basically, all the all the models defined in the application are automatically registered. So we can see here the sales. We have no sales for now, and we can see here the user profile, which uses 3 fields: name, phone, and bio. Basically the same thing as we define here: name, phone, and bio, and also the sales, product, currency, and country. Okay, let's add some information to the sales. For instance, product Nike Air, currency USD, let's say, and country is Canada. Before we save, I will access the API, which can be found here. This API is dynamically generated, because we inform here the tool that we want to use the API generator for using the sales URL, this one, and to manage the information from home's model sales. Right now we don't have any any information in the database, and of course the get request returns an empty result. But once we save the information and we have a new insert in the database, where we can see the information here. So out of the box we have we can generate an application with the custom user model. We can generate an application with any model we need, and on top of that we can use the API to manage the information. Let's go back to the here to the admin section, and if we click on the user profile, which is the extension of the um, user provided by Django, we can see here the fields name, phone, and bio, which are defined here. Okay, this is I think this is pretty cool, because help us to move us really fast without coding anything, and the product is already deployable. And I think this is super nice. Okay, so sorry, it was not provided the entire input. Okay, so we have the extended profile for admin. The product is up and running. The source code is pushed on GitHub, so looks good in my opinion. Okay, let's go back to the input and just generate another application. But first, might be useful to explain what what happens in the background. So let me start this the GitHub visual tool, and we can basically visualize what the differences and updates that the generator made on the Django code base. So basically, some new dependencies are added to the basic code base. Regarding the models, we can see here that some new fields are added to the extended user profile. In our case, were name, phone, and bio. And also, we tell to the generator to build a new sales model with these fields. On top of this, the generator knows how to inject in Django code in the Django code base the necessary routing rules in order to have something usable. And we can see here that the generator knows how to update the installed application section with some new dependencies. Also, the tool is able to manage the configuration in order to add the admin vault config on top of the dependencies before this dependency, in order to have the admin section already styled. So the order can be also controlled, and we can see the rest of the settings here, that the new section for API generator is added, and the required configuration is injected. Also, regarding the generate API tool, the build.sh is the file that render execute the file before checking downloading the sources, and we can see that the specific step for the API generator is also injected. Let's generate a new product. So this one was for Vault, but this one, the next one, for the next one, I will use the Pixel UI, which is also a great design from Tisberg. So now the application is generating the code, and we can check out the changes that now are different. You can see here that the theme now is Pixel, and the rest of the settings are in place. If we check out the requirements, we can see that the new theme is available, and also the API generator is also added to the dependencies of the new project. We succeed to do this workflow, which is not so easy, by writing a specialized parser that knows how to update some stuff on top of basic Django code base. Things like managing the environment, like adding new variables, remove, comment, managing the modules in requirements.txt, like adding new models, specifying the version for a model, for a dependency, remove a dependency or comment a dependency. Also, regarding the models, we are able to add any number of models here, which the syntax for each model is validated and can be used, and is compiled by Python interpreter. And also we can add here other fields if required. Okay, let's go back to the application and to the generator and just update some things here. Let's say we want to use Pixel. I will keep the databases. In this case, is SQLite. Let's change the model right now. Product. Okay, and I will update the fields name and let's say the um, description. Let's say info. Okay, we have the name and some info. Authentication, we don't care. Let's imagine that custom user, we don't want to know his full name. Let's say full name. Phone, I don't need his phone. I will use his address. And bio, I don't care about it, so remove it. And the API generator can be, I want to use the API generator to build an automatically an API on top of the product. Okay, product. Let's generate the product, the new product, which will use the pixel design and with all these features. And once the product is deployed, I will check out the deployment in render and play around with the UI and check out the product features. Okay, now the product is saved on GitHub. And once it's fully uploaded, we can check out the live deployment. Okay, now we have this repository built on GitHub, and we have this live deployment on render. Let's go back to the render dashboard, refresh the page, and we can see that the new deployment is under build. Let's take a look at the compilation logs. The sources are here. You can see that the project is newly created, and of course you can edit it. You can edit the product and add new fields and change the settings. But for this demonstration, I will keep it as it is and just play around with the live product. So this is pretty cool. Render succeed to deploy the product, and let's take a look at the UI. So this time the design is pixel. It's just a newly created product based on our input. Let's go back to the shell and create a super user in order to check out all the new assets. Yeah, create super user. This is typing 2 times the same password. It's really challenging. Okay, so the super user was created. Let's authenticate. Okay, so we can see right now that the application is usable, and we can see here that we have two models, product and the extended user profile. So we defined the application to have a custom user with full name and address. Let's access the model definition, add user profile, and we can see here the same fields, full name and address. which is great in my opinion. We can of course associate with the admin this information. Let's go back to the product and check out the fields, and we can see here that we have the same number of fields, name and info. Both are strings, and we can edit the information. How about accessing the UI? If we go here, for instance, because we requested an API on top of the product, and we have the chance to API/product. Oh, this is really cool. We have already an API up and running, and right now we don't have any information, but we can add some information using the admin section. So I will go here and just define a new product. Let's say Nike Air. Nike Air, great product. Okay, we have a product object. If we go here and refresh the UI, we have here the information. Let's say, let's imagine that we want to add another one. Cool. We have two items on two products, and if we refresh the UI, we have the information here. So guys, this is the new tool. As I said before, will be extended for other technologies like Node.js, Laravel, and other. But for now, we are trying to make it stable, to make it scalable, because right now it's just CLI. But in my opinion, the hard part is already there, and the product is super nice because you can basically customize many things. You can add or remove the authentication method that will be automatically provided in the code base. You can define any number of fields and other things related to the custom user model, which is a useful concept for Django. You can deploy, you can control the deployment layer. You can inject tools and get an up and running UI, which is dynamically generated on top of any definition provided here in the models node. And like this, you can bootstrap and spin up really fast Django code base, just in 1 or 2 minutes with the deployment included. So at this point, the generation part, the time frame used to build the product is under 10 seconds, and the deployment should not take more than 1 minute with the uploading the sources to the render included. So in our opinion, this is really cool, and in all cases, let us know what you think about the product. Feel free to until the app generator domain is up and running and updated, feel free to access AppSeed. Go here to the support page, contact us using the credentials provided here. This is the official email, and you can also join the Discord. And in all cases, tell us what you think about the tool and how can be improved, or simply suggest what other modules we might be useful for the generator in order to help you with the development. So guys, thanks for watching. Adrian here from AppSeed, and as always, I wish you all a super day. Bye guys.